My name is Ms. Sykes. I am a first grade Title I reading teacher in Central Ohio, and today we're going to be working a little bit on our beginning sounds. Now for this lesson, you're going to need one thing and one thing only. Those beautiful ears of yours. For this lesson, all you have to do is listen. So if you'd like to write down the words that we're practicing or stretch them with your fingers, you are more than welcome to, but I need you to focus on listening to that first sound, okay? So remember, the beginning sound in a word is that first sound. So if we look at this word, cat, we can listen for the first sound, which is k, 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 cat. In this case, the sound k is made by the letter C, which is why I have it underlined, okay? So in these first couple examples, I'm going to be asking you to pick one of three letters that is the beginning sound in whatever picture I show you. So in this picture, I have a picture of salt, and I've given you three choices: C, S, and Z. Which one of those letters is the first sound you hear in salt? S, s, salt. That's right. S is the first letter in salt, because we know that the first sound is s, 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 and we know that S makes the sound s, s, s. Some of you may have said the letter C, but remember, C says k, not s. Just because the letter C sounds like it has an S at the beginning, doesn't mean that's the sound that it makes. S says s as in salt. Next we have a light. What's the first sound you hear in light? Light. L, M, or W? Good. L is the first letter in light, because L says oo, as in oo, light. Excellent. Here we have an octopus. What's the first sound you hear in octopus? Octopus. Is it E, A, or O? Good, it's O. Octopus starts with O. If you notice, all three of those letters are vowels, which can make it a little tricky when we're trying to hear the first sound. If you can tell that the beginning sound in octopus is a vowel, that's a great first step. Now we need to figure out which vowel it is. We know that E says A says a, and O says aw. So if we listen, we can hear that the beginning sound in octopus, aw, is made by O. Here we have teeth, teeth. Is the beginning sound in teeth made by K, T, or P? Good, it's made by T. T is the first letter in teeth. Now I picked some letters here that might have made it a little bit tricky, because K says K and P says P. Those sound similar to T, but if we listen carefully, we can tell that the first sound is T, which is made by T. Now we're going to switch it up a little bit. So I've given you a picture here, and all the letters in the word except the first one. This is a picture of a dog. We're missing the first letter in the word dog, so it's your job to listen for that first sound and try to decide what letter makes that sound. Do you think you know it? Dog. What letter says d? Did you guess D? Good job! So the first sound we hear in dog is d, made by the letter D. Now be careful, some people want to put a B at the beginning of this word, but remember, B says B, and D says D. When we say the sound for B, our lips are closed. When we say the sound for D, our tongue touches the back of our teeth. So when you're saying the word out loud, think about what position your mouth is in, and that will help you figure out which letter it is. Here we have a jet. Jet. What's the first sound you hear in jet? Good. Jet starts with a J because J says J, J is jet. Some people might want to put a G at the beginning, but remember, G says G, not J. Let's keep going. Here we have a car, car. What's the first sound you hear in car? Good. Car starts with C. Here we have a picture of a fox. What's the first sound you hear in fox? Good. Fox starts with F. F is for fox. Let's do a few more. Here we have an egg. Egg. Listen carefully to that first sound. Egg. Do you know what letter says e? Be careful. Good, it's an E. E is for egg. Now, the word egg is tricky because it almost sounds like we hear A, the letter A in the beginning. But if you listen carefully to each sound, we hear egg, meaning the first sound, is made by the letter E. Excellent. Here we have rain, rain. What sound do you hear at the beginning of rain? Good, it's an R. R is for rain. All right, friends, so for your individual practice today, I've given you 3 pictures here. I want you to try to decide what the beginning sound is in each one of these words, and then if you know it, figure out what letter makes that sound. So here we have a picture of a peach. Peach. We also have a picture of a goat. Goat. And we have a picture of a monkey. Monkey. I'll say them one more time. Peach, goat, and monkey. See if you can figure out what the first sound is in each one of those words, and then see if you can figure out which letter makes those sounds. As an added challenge, you can try to write each word by listening to the sounds and writing down the sounds that you hear. Excellent job today, my friends. We're going to rate our understanding. So how well did you understand this lesson? If you felt like, I have got this, I know my beginning sounds so well, I could probably teach it to somebody else, then you might be over here at 5 stars. Rock on, superstar. That's exactly what we want to see. If you're somewhere in the 3 to 4 star range, then maybe you needed help with a couple of the beginning sounds, but you got most of them by yourself. That's awesome. That means you're probably ready to move on to ending sounds, which will be my next video. If you're somewhere in the 1 to 2 star range and you think, that was good, but I needed a lot of help understanding what the beginning sounds were, or I couldn't quite do it by myself yet, then I suggest watching this video again. After you've done that, you can ask a grown-up or an older sibling for help and ask them to help you figure out the beginning sounds and things you might see around the house, such as a pencil. Pencil starts with P, right? So you can do this with anything you see around the house, anything at all. All right? Awesome job today. Rock on, my superstars, and I will see you all next time.